The day has finally come and the mast is going back up. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm William and I'm on a mission to bring this neglected Beneteau 235 back to life. Like many of these tasks, taking the mast down started as a simple project, but who knew that navigation lights and a couple of spinnaker halyards would turn into a full-blown mast overhaul. But we are glad that the rigger caught these issues before something serious happened. 2 long months have felt like an eternity, but the wait is finally over. I want to start by giving a huge shout out to Coastal Bend Yacht Services. Matt and Crystal are absolutely the best. They kept me updated the entire time and provided me pictures to explain the stuff that I didn't quite understand, and they helped me stay within budget. If you need work done around Corpus Christi, I highly recommend them, and you can find a link to their Facebook page in the description of this video. The old rigging was nearly 40 years old, and there was concerns about the safety of the connections. The old spinnaker halyards were holding on by threads, so Angus and I previously tried to temporarily fix the situation by lashing the remaining line with 2mm cord. Unfortunately, I waited too long to replace the halyards and the small lines popped under the pressure of high winds, leaving me with no way to retrace the lines from the deck. I haven't flown the spinnaker yet, but now I have new halyards ready when I decide to. The old navigation lights weren't working either, so we replaced them with a more visible LED mast light, as well as a new steaming light that will keep us safer if we find ourselves on the water after dark. As an added perk, the steaming light doubles as a deck light for late night dockside gatherings. Luckily, the boom didn't require much attention. A few months ago, I replaced several broken sheaves, replaced the reef lines, the outhaul line, and I re-riveted the end caps and adjusted the boom kicker. They were able to manually step the mast without a crane because the Beneteau mast is lightweight in comparison to their usual projects. To my surprise, the actual process of re-stepping didn't take long. Most of their time was spent ensuring everything was in place before they started hoisting the mast. It's rather impressive how efficiently the team of 3 worked, making sure that all the lines and shrouds were in the correct spot before they started. I can only imagine how complex it must be to manage everything on these bigger boats. As I watched the process, I recalled another friend in the marina suggesting I could take the mast down myself. He confidently assured me that dropping the mast would be a simple task. I'm sure it would have come down eventually, but I suspect the process would have been a little less graceful and likely involved an unscheduled trip to the emergency room. As you can see, they're still dredging in the marina, which is why the water has a muddy color to it. As I mentioned previously, stepping the mast didn't take long. It seems a bit longer in this video. That's because there's footage from the dock and a few shots from the drone. Speaking of the drone, I launched it way too early. When they were ready to hoist the mast, the battery was already depleted and I didn't want to take a chance with it being over water. It might seem silly, but I was excited to see the mast in its rightful place, and it feels really good to see her standing tall again. More importantly, I can sail with confidence knowing that the rigging is in a lot safer condition than it was just a couple months ago. The boat was originally designed for trailering, but the trailer went missing after making the trip from Chicago to Texas, plus I've removed the bow eye needed to winch onto a trailer. For those of you who have a trailer sailboat in a 23-foot range, share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to know how many people it takes and how long it takes you from start to finish. For the last 2 weeks, it's been cold and raining, which is less than desirable sailing weather. Luckily, there's a small weather window in a few days where I can take the boat out for its first sail of 2025. Stay tuned for the next video where I get reacquainted with my boat. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, help us grow the channel by hitting the like button and subscribing.